Wow, that was a very contrasting week of 2 fixtures, wasn't it? So, let's have a review of the week with Reading FC. Alright guys, it's Ben from the Reading Review, and today we're going to be doing a little review of the week with Reading FC. So, I think we're going to have to start with Wigan. Wigan at home on Wednesday. We all know what happened. 3-0 loss, and I don't even know what to say about it. It was genuinely one of the worst performances I've ever seen us play. I've not seen as little fight in a team in years, and it's truly, truly disgraceful. I'm sitting here looking at that lineup. Baldock up front on his own, okay, yeah, we can deal with that. But why is Bowen telling his players to pump the ball up long to him, to the 6'4" Wigan centre-backs, and expecting him to win anything? Nah, it's never going to work, is it? I don't understand that. And it's a bit rubbish to get off on a negative note, but we can't just ignore that and brush that under the carpet, because those sort of performances, we've seen them before under Bowen, and it's not good that it's becoming somewhat of a regular occurrence. And again, we look at that third goal, absolutely no fight from the players, and the person who was guilty of this the most is our captain Learmore. He needs to be the man that is setting the example for the rest of the team, and he did not do that on Wednesday night. And it is no surprise to me at all that Bowen said he was ill on Saturday, because a performance like that, I wouldn't want my captain, my centre-back, playing again in the next game, because who says he's not going to do it again? He needs to fight back. He needs to show some passion. And on that Wednesday night, we were so slow. Even if the tactics were wrong, we still could have at least put up somewhat of a fight, because let's face it, Wigan are a team that are around us in the league, and we can't be conceding 3 goals to Wigan. Like, it's just not on. Just not on. And after that Wigan game, we did look like we were getting dragged back into this relegation battle. Like, teams around us are picking up points left, right and centre, and like, genuinely, after that game on Wednesday, I thought, yeah, we're going to be in for another relegation battle this season, because didn't see anything from that match that was going to tell me that anything other than that was going to happen. So now we move on from the Wednesday game to yesterday, and 2-0 win against Barnsley. Now, we can look at this one a lot more positively. Mark Bowen realised that he made a couple of mistakes, because in his post-match interview after Wednesday night's defeat, he was very much blaming the players, all on the players, nothing on his tactics. And I think he accepted that maybe his tactics were wrong, and maybe they weren't suited to playing against that sort of style of football. So brought in a couple of changes. Puskas came back in, Matt Miazga came back in from injury, and those two were huge in us winning the game. As much stick as the fans give George Puskas, I think it's a bit unwarranted, really. He's got 3 goals in his last 4 games. He's up there with top scorer in Mate. He's scoring goals, but fans seem to just be slamming him, and his confidence is low, yet he's scoring these goals. And I think we could see him coming back to confidence now. 3 goals in 4 games. I'm liking the way he's playing. He's really pushing the team high up the pitch, relieving pressure on the midfield and defence, so he's working really hard to make those runs inside. So only a really good thing for us. Yeah, so the hard work and running of George Puskas into that final third, Barnsley defence just didn't have an answer to that. So that's actually a lot more positive than we were talking about Puskas earlier on in the season. So yeah, only good things coming from George Puskas at the moment. And yeah, Bowen responded to his critics by producing that performance, because although we're not going to lie about it, it wasn't a perfect performance by no means, but he said the team were going to bounce back, and he was right. The team bounced back, and they put in a relatively good performance as well. So there's not too much you can complain about. 2-0 win against Barnsley. Now what we need to do is we need to make sure that consistency remains in the squad's performances, because this season we've been guilty of being very inconsistent, and yeah, we need to get that consistency back when Mark Bowen was the temporary manager. Even though Moore was out, we actually looked very solid defensively. Matt Miazga came in, played really, really well. Michael Morrison was alright. There's one or two clangers in there. Ibiza didn't even have that great a game, but we still looked defensively very solid, which is quite good considering what happened on Wednesday. So yeah, that is another positive to take from the game. In terms of talking about Barnsley as a team, they're in big trouble this season. Like they're defensively, they're shocking. They don't know. It's almost like they don't know how to defend. So they could be in a lot of trouble this season. Like 10 games to go. I don't think it's looking too good for them. Right, so we got 10 games left of the season. Currently, we are 8 points clear of the drop zone, and that is a best case scenario after Monday's game with Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest. Worst case scenario, we could be 6 points clear of the drop zone with 10 games remaining. So I feel like we're in a pretty solid position. We're not going to really challenge up there. I don't think we've really having a scare in relegation, although a couple of results and that could easily change. So I think the focus now for Bowen, and he said it after the game yesterday, let's just focus on the FA Cup. Let's just try and get a good cup run, because think about it, we're 2 games away from Wembley, and if there's something that you want to do as a manager is to take your team to Wembley, you're going to be remembered for that. Even if you're very average in the league, getting a good cup run, fans are going to appreciate it, and I think that's what Bowen needs to do, to just get all those fans on board at least until the end of the season, or at least the start of next season if he is going to manage next season, because he is on a permanent contract now. I think beating Sheffield United could be a very big game, and we know that the atmosphere is going to be rocking down the Medeski on Tuesday night. It's going to be full, so it's a good opportunity for him to really silence his critics and get the fans on board again. So overall, the week with Reading, it could have been a lot worse. But it could have also been a lot better. I felt like with the quality of our squad, we should be getting 6 points out of those 2 games. But you know what? It is what it is, and we'll move forward. Right. Thank you for watching my review of the week with Reading FC. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, share it about, and I'll see you later.